last one I just had, where does Brock Purdy rank? I've heard a lot of people talking about this and ranking Brock Purdy in terms of the other quarterbacks. So if you guys have any opinions, I would love to hear where you guys think he ranks. I think he's probably mid-tier quarterback. I heard someone saying like the way that they would decide how good they think Brock Purdy would be is if a different team traded their quarterback for Brock Purdy right now. Would you be excited? And I think that's hard because it definitely you have to take into consideration how much money and stuff he's making if you're considering it like that. But that doesn't really just rank him as a quarterback and his talent. Like when we're talking about Herbert, we're talking about Herbert's talent. We're not talking about the team he's on or the Chargers sucking. We're just talking about them as a player. So I feel like talent level, Brock Purdy is probably in the later teens or even like a little bit, maybe not a little bit lower. I don't know. I've been kind of negative on him and I want to be more positive because his escapability has been so beneficial to see. But he has struggled a lot with his deep ball and having all the arm strength in the world, and then also with some inaccuracy issues, which we don't know if that's because of the elbow or not. But I think that he's been the most efficient quarterback under Kyle Shanahan and the Niners. And so that you have to give him some credit for that. I know that Kyle can scheme up any quarterback, but Brock Purdy has elevated it way past what Kyle normally does. And I think that is super, super clear. I also think there's something about leadership, like the mental aspect, that needs to be stated. He knew right away coming off that Dolphins game in that press conference, he said that the first thing he was worried about was kind of like, that's why he was doing like the pounding on his chest and really going out and being uh, over the top. He wanted these older veterans who want to go win a Super Bowl to know that he wasn't scared and that he wasn't going to be the one holding them back. And I feel like that goes to how I said they have a more um, unified vision this year and they seem more determined. I think Brock Purdy is a huge part of that. I think if your leader is confident, if your leader doesn't seems fearless and doesn't seem scared, and he has the attitude of kind of screw it, I'm gonna show you guys that I'm the best and I'm gonna show you that I can do what you don't think I can do. I think all the other players around him have that same motivation and that same vibe. So I think on the mental side, Brock Purdy has really hit it out of the park. And comparing him to like Jimmy G or something, he's definitely more mobile and can escape pressure and has made some really good wow plays. Even last game, I've criticized his deep ball, but last game his 2 touchdowns were fairly deep and impressive. Um, I do think that the turn of luck is going to have to come down at some point. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how good people think he is. Maybe if he's not getting away with so many not hospital balls. He doesn't throw hospital balls, which is great. But if he doesn't get away with um, all his turnover worthy plays, I wonder if the conversation around him changes. But for right now, I understand why people are so high on him. He is great at evading pressure. He is great in the locker room and how he motivates and cultivates that belief in himself from the other players. And he makes pretty good quick decisions, and Kyle Shanahan believes in him a lot, which has to say something because Kyle Shanahan has not believed in anyone. So if you turn someone who wasn't a believer in his quarterbacks into a believer, I gotta be a little bit impressed with you. So I think for now that is it. I think we went through everything, all the injuries. To recap, I think that Debo will probably push to play because I think he's motivated to kind of redeem himself from that NFC Championship comment, and I think he'll want to play. But I hope that they hold him back a little bit. I think this is a good, if you do any sort of betting, I think this is a good Kittle game. Kittle has scored 5 touchdowns in the last 3 games against the Cardinals. So I put some money on Kittle. If I was the coach, I'd put Ray in for Debo and hold Debo out. But I'm not super confident that they're going to do that. I think they'll definitely beat the Cardinals. If anything, I think it'll be close until halftime because the Cardinals have came out. If I was going to do a record prediction just for fun, just completely off the wall, I'd say something like 31 to like 13 or maybe like 16. Like I could see that seems Doesn't that seem like too much? I wanna give them credit, but I'm like, I don't see how they actually I can see them getting, like, 1 James Conner touchdown. I can see Josh Dobbs breaking off 1 run, getting some yards, handing it off to James Conner, them getting 1 touchdown. But I can't see him getting much more than that. So, I think it's gonna be a blowout. I think the Niners just have more talent. And this was really fun for my first stream, guys. I'm gonna read the comments and then oh, this guy says 35-17. Yeah, that's kind of similar, like 31. Either I'm saying 31-13 or 31-16. I think that's kind of similar. I like that. Good lighting. Any other comments before I go? This was my first stream, so if you guys have any feedback or anything, let me know. I definitely want to be a little more organized with going through the cards there, but I had a lot of fun and this wasn't that scary or hard. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Thank you so much. And I'll be making more videos to come. Probably after the game, I'll do a short instant reaction. And then on Monday, I'll be on Eric Crocker's show in the morning at 8 in the morning. And I'm sure that there'll be more coming on my stream as well. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much and have a great day. I'm going to turn this off now if I know how. Okay. Bye.